All right, I just got a new camera, lens, ND filter, microphone. I'm about to go get a new studio, and this is on a new YouTube channel. Okay, but before I show you the studio, check out how like insanely busy I have been lately in the real estate world. Hey Quinn, how's it going? Give me 2 seconds to get inside. Okay, you want to make an offer on the Golden Valley house?
Yes.
Okay. So,
$290. We would pay.
well, 10% down. Kind of working on that house for that. Also, have any other questions? I'll talk to you soon. It is 8:45. I have a showing at 9. Right now, I am on my way to an inspection walkthrough. All right, just got done with a showing. I'm gonna head home and get some more work done. And then they sort of go there. We get a multiple offers. All right, right now I'm pulling up to a showing in Northeast. Text Mike Spindler.
Ready to send it?
Yes.
Right now, that's reversed.
All right, you saw the title, you know what this video is. This video is basically just a day in the life of a really fucking busy real estate agent. Okay, I have 9 minutes left before this showing, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about what this channel is. This channel is basically just gonna be all of the different things that I'm interested in. I don't know, that's some of my favorite stuff to watch, is just sort of like a slice of the life of people who kind of have a lot going on or are interested in, you know, like 5 to 10 things, and they're just like wildly interested in those things. And that sums me up pretty well. I am extremely interested in the things that I'm interested in. I go all the way in, and when I become interested in something, I become basically obsessed with it until I feel like I know, you know, kind of enough to dive in. But that being said, I don't have particularly bad like analysis paralysis, and I think that's a trait that I've had to develop over time a little bit. Basically, I become obsessed with something, and then I devour information until I have like 60% roadmap for how I might begin to go about it, and then I jump in. And in my opinion, that's a very effective way of getting shit done. And more recently, what I've started doing is I do that where I learn, I get 60% the way there in my head, and then I set this insane goal that basically feels impossible to achieve, right? Like, okay, I guess in a fantasy land, if I could do, you know, if this could go exactly how I want, then I would be at X point by the end of this. But what I found is that having that insane goal actually gets you a lot closer to that insane goal, and it gets you further than if you have like a super realistic goal. When we're talking these like big picture, life-changing, you know, sort of like entrepreneurial ideas. And now mind you, when I say entrepreneurial, I don't just mean like business and stocks and whatever, starting companies. That's not what I mean. I just mean like working towards a goal, some kind of probably financial means, whether that be making money through art or making money through real estate. But whatever the hustle is, I do believe that that equation works out. Become infatuated, devour information for a brief while, get 60% the way there in your head or on a roadmap, and have the biggest ridiculous goal that you can basically ever imagine being able to pull off, and then shoot for that. And I promise it'll be a lot better than if you plan, and then set super realistic goals. All right, realistic goals can take a hike. All right, I'm at this first showing. Fun fact, if I wear boots, I leave them untied when I'm doing showings, just because I always have to take them off. I just got done with some work here at home, and I sent out some comps for some clients, and then also booked a couple showings for tomorrow. Right now, I'm going to work on a video from my other channel. So my other channel, if you don't know, it's called To the Twin Cities. It's very much like real estate centric and moving to the Twin Cities centric. And it's been more helpful to not only my real estate business, but also to a bunch of people that I don't know on YouTube. Way more helpful than I ever imagined that it would be. And it has also taught me a lot about a lot of different things. I have kind of like a cheapy ring light. I don't actually use it as like a normal ring light. That's not really the vibe I'm going for. I tend to use it more as like a key light like this. This white balance is ridiculous, but in a couple weeks, I'm getting a studio space in Northeast Minneapolis that I'm just gonna be calling The Shop because that's easier than the studio space. And I also, for the record, I'm shooting this on a GoPro, which is what I use for my other channel, and I probably will continue to do so out of ease. I'm not trying to make, feature films on that channel, but I'm trying to make very helpful videos about the Twin Cities. All right, it's a little echoey, it's a little bit ugly, but it's gonna be dope. Huh? Something like that. All right, I just talked with my friend Paul Winkleman, one of my favorite people. He is going to help me renovate this place, and it's all stuff that I can do, but I'm too busy to do. Why not pay Paul to do it? And it'll get done faster, and yeah, I'm stoked. All right, right now I am on my way to an inspection walkthrough with some friends who are also clients who I'm helping buy a house. It's really bright. I'm not trying to look cool. It's just really bright. And this house I'm going to is like an hour southwest of the cities. It's not insane, but it's definitely out here. I think I even lose a little bit of self-service somewhere along the way. But yeah, an inspection walkthrough usually takes about an hour. Basically, the inspector has been there for 3 hours already, looking at every single aspect of the house. And then we show up after he's looked at everything, and myself and my clients, in this case again, my friends. And then we just sort of talk through, what's the next step? Are we gonna ask for anything to be done? Or are we gonna say this house is great and there's no request that we're gonna make of the seller prior to close? Whatever. But then right after this, and some agents don't go to these at all, some agents go to every one. I try to make it to most of them. I didn't early on, but I also started in the beginning of COVID, and I didn't really know how it works. But now I try harder to make it to them, unless the client isn't going to make it there, at which point they do a virtual walkthrough. And I think it's better to have a virtual walkthrough that both myself and the buyer can look at, rather than me going sort of in the stead of the buyer and not really being able to cover everything, and potentially not being able to remember everything or whatever. Anyways, I'm out in God's country right now. The signing has been sent out for the other offer that I just had my people write up. So right now I'm cruising, listening to podcasts, and generally just kind of zenning out and enjoying the drive. I got some rolling C-stands for the shop. It looks so good in here. This might not look that good, but my man Paul, so shout out to Paul, he's been skim coating these walls to make them smooth, Because before they had some like popcorn. I don't care about the ceiling as much because I'm probably gonna have some sound panels to dampen all this echo anyways. It might not look like it quite yet, but it's definitely like in the stage. Shout out to Paul, because this place is looking so much better. You can't tell, but like all this paint back here, it was like 3D like coming off of the wall. Because you know, it's like legitimate acrylic paint that they had just painted around the edge of whatever frame or piece of paper or something. All got that all sanded. You got this wall all skim coated and looking just 1,000 times better. You're gonna prime and paint. That should all be done by the end of tomorrow. And then we got some floors going in. Let me show you this floor. All right, I admit, doesn't look very good right now. It's all dusty, but it is this product that's like perfect for a space like this. The floors are pretty even, but they're not perfect, and this stuff can bend. And it's super easy to install and relatively cheap. I think I got the whole space for like $600, maybe $700 worth of flooring. And between that and obviously like all the mud and the paint and Paul's time, which obviously I'm paying Paul. But for real, I'm so excited to show you what this place will end up looking like. I have pretty thorough plans and I intend on using this space a ton. Chicken. You're so cute, chicken. So, what's this vlog all about? If I'm being honest, I don't really know, but I'll figure it out. Oh. I think at the end of the day, I'm just leaving it open-ended. It's about all of the stuff that interests me. So that's art in the sense of like music photography and filmmaking. It's travel. It's definitely real estate. I am obsessed with real estate. I have been for a very long time, both in the sense of investing, but also the fact that I'm a real estate agent and I'm pretty passionate about it. And honestly, I'm doing really well at it. I set this goal at the beginning of 2020 that was like this super far off goal that I never thought I'd actually accomplish, and I'm gonna accomplish it. And like, I wanna say that I can hardly believe it, but if I'm being honest, I can. It has not been rocket science. It has been a ton of hard work and diligence and creative thinking and problem solving, and also just education in my past. And not just like, here's how to be a real estate agent, but more like, here's how to do whatever you put your mind to. Actually, okay, I wasn't going to talk about this, but earlier today I had a Zoom call with a dude, Jeff, who lives in Sacramento, California. He's moving here to the Twin Cities, and he hit me up about moving here and then me helping him find a house hack, of which of course I was like, yeah, let's do it. That sounds like a ton of fun. So shout out to Jeff and Janet, but Jeff played in like a hair metal band in the 80s, like a legit hair metal band. He had different recording and writing contracts with different labels throughout the year. But we talked a little bit about sort of the character that a person develops when they are trying to become a successful musician, right? I think this is true of just about anything that's difficult to achieve. By the way, if you can hear a cat eating kibble, that's because Sinclair is just like right down there. But anyways, I think this is true of basically like any very difficult to achieve task, right? Whether you're trying to become like a high-level musician or a high-level photographer or videographer or high-level graphic design artist or poet or writer, or even like the upper echelon of being an athlete, right? Like those things, they're so difficult to achieve that you have to have this sort of like blind faith and also this like burning passion, right? And a willingness to delay gratification. And that thing, the delaying gratification, that thing to me is one thing that so many people lack, is just the ability to say, I'm gonna do this difficult thing now, and it's not gonna pay off for a while, but when it does pay off, it will be so worth it. And even if it doesn't pay off, which by the way, I think is the most important part of it, the pursuit is still what it's all about. There's this quote that my drummer Bradford has like repeated over and over again, and it's by Isaiah Thomas, and I really like the quote. And it's basically, if you're ever going to become great, you have to learn to love the process. And that, my friends, that relatively simple notion that is a lost art if I'm being honest. That one thing, that's what this channel's all about, and that's what life's about. All right, I'll see you in the next one.